Hello, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day out there. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day myself. Well, I decided to make a video on the recent part of relationships, and it's not looking good for women these days. It really not. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video. I'll do a couple clips. Not gonna go through the whole video about different content creators and their point of views on their videos, and I'll get back to you.
Show you how. During our 50 years as a custom home builder, we've built homes for nearly 40,000 families and mastered the art of...
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. In this reaction video, what I'm going to show you is a woman who has her own opinions as to why women are not being approached, a modern woman, and she happens to be a black woman. Of course, right on this show, right? But anyway, long story short, she actually has an intelligent point of view. I've been using her content a little bit now. I kind of like what she says a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and let her just go ahead and tell you exactly what it is. Boom. All right, like I always tell you, like I always say, let's get it.
The conversation lately about women not being approached as much and them feeling a way about it. And I just wanted to give a little bit of my thoughts. So for one, when it comes to being approached, if you want to be approached, you need to be approachable at all times. And I feel like a lot of our women don't realize how unapproachable we come off and how unapproachable we are. To me, if you're walking around all day, every day, not smiling, not looking friendly, who wants to approach you? Who wants to approach anyone that doesn't look approachable, doesn't look friendly?
She hitting the nail on the head because that's one of the biggest problems with our American black women, in my most humble opinion. Majority of them look like they ready to take your head off, no matter what it is. You go up there, you want to say hi to them, you look around, you see their face. Man, they look, they've been sucking on 8 sour lemons, man. They don't give a damn about nothing. It seems like you can't tell them nothing. They're not soft, man. They very hard. You know what I mean? Ain't no man out there want another man. Ain't no man looking for a hardened woman. But that's how it is. That's why a lot of people ain't approaching you, because one thing, we hear about all the stories, how you call us creeps, how you call us sassy. If we talk to you, I don't cold approach anyway, but I do understand where it's coming from. Because the thing is, men are made to look like buffoons now, even if he come up to a woman and just give her a simple compliment. Not even if he's not even trying to holler at you, not even trying to get your number, just want to say, I like your dress, I like what that perfume you got on, I like your hair. I'm my man, like it. Who are you? I mean, we don't want to deal with that shit. That's why people ain't approaching you, because you're too combative.
Doesn't look complimentary. Who would do that? I wouldn't, and that goes with anything. Even if you want to ask someone a question, let's say you're in a store and you're looking for an item. If the person doesn't look like they want to be bothered, you kind of have like a feeling in your chest, in your stomach, where you kind of feel kind of burdened to ask. And a lot of times you'll just deflect and try to find it on your own because that person looks so unapproachable. It's the same thing with us women. And the thing is too, like with being approached, and I was telling a girlfriend of mine this the other day about the importance of looking your best at all times. I go out, I see people in the store, I get it. I'm not saying that we're always going to look like a 10, but you should try your best to at all times. I don't care if you're just going on a quick store run, you're going to check the mail. You should always look your best and like you're ready to be approached. And all
Exactly. A lot of y'all going out to these stores, gas station, and fuzzy, dirty looking flip-flops with your dirty PJs on, with your lint-covered hair bonnet, with your dirty crop top. Yeah, y'all need to have some dignity about yourselves. I done seen it when I'm driving sometime in the neighborhood. I see a woman come straight out of her house, out of the apartment house, the whatever duplex. She come right out the front door. I'm at the stop sign. She comes out the front door in her drawers, man. I mean, literally, like, she had a shirt on, but she had her panties on, and came out to the driveway to open up the trunk to take something out the trunk, and of course she had to bend over, right? She bent over, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying these were boy shorts. I'm not saying that she had something skimpy on, what it would be considered that, but she actually came out in like a thong. Do you hear what I'm saying? From the front door to the trunk to get something out and go right back in the house. No self-respect whatsoever. Now that would have been a man, and there were children outside. Okay? Even if there was no kids out there, they would have still called him a pervert. Somebody probably said something to him or called the police on him. But a woman can do whatever the hell she want to do.
Always look like your best self and not be a reflection of what you're going through. Even if you're having a hard day, you should still smile. You should still be presentable, because you never know when you're going to meet a great guy. You never know where your potential husband might be or might come across. You just don't know. So it's kind of like one of those things where if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You just have to stay ready and always be in the mindset that anytime you walk out of the door, you want to be approachable, especially in a time where men don't have to approach. Sex is easily accessible.
Yep.
You can buy it, you can order it, you can date for it, you could just call someone up and get it. I mean, we've made it so accessible, and us women nowadays, we're so easy, and we're on.
Yes, you are so easy, man. I can get some coochie before I find a bologna sandwich to eat. It's not that hard to do, man. It really ain't hard.
Date for it, you could just call someone up and get it. I mean, we've made it so accessible, and us women nowadays, we're so easy, and we're on the internet basically showing how easy we are, just giving out game. And a lot of us, we go on dates and we just spill our guts, and you're basically telling a guy everything that he needs to know in order to get in between your legs. You're just giving him the blueprint, and we do that. So just being approachable is so important, and looking like how you want to be treated. I watch people on these shows, and I just see people out in my everyday life, and it's like, if you're dressed in booty shorts and a bonnet, if you're dressed like sleep, you're going to look like sleep. You're going to look like, oh, this is someone I want to sleep with. They're dressed in PJs. They're dressed promiscuous. They're dressed whatever. That's how you're going to be treated as such. So look like the results that you want to have. Looking the part should be the easiest thing.
In other words, dress how you want to be addressed.
And just so many of us, we put effort into our looks, but we don't put the right effort. We don't know how to dress. We don't know how to best present ourselves, even on a lot of these dating shows. I'm like, wow, is this the best that you had to wear? Is this the best look that you could have presented? And that's what we do. We just present whatever, and then we complain when we get whatever. I promise you, you're going to get the results that you qualify for. I promise you that. How you look is how you're going to be treated. How you present yourself, how you carry yourself. You're going to get results off of that, whether that be good or bad. So the results you're getting is the reflection of what you're presenting. If you present better, I promise you, you will get better, but you're not. And it's so simple. Pay attention to yourself. You have to be very self-aware, very analytical about yourself. You should know all of your flaws. You should know all of your shortcomings. You should know every blemish on your face. You should know every single thing that you have to work on. You need to know your best attributes and know how to show that, and know how to cover up or tone down some of your worst.
In other words, it's knowledge yourself. It's funny how I hear about a lot of people talk about hotel and black girl magic and all this other crap like that. This is knowledge yourself. Not only understanding how you look outside, not understanding how you present yourself, but let me take it further. You need to understand your personality flaws. You need to understand why people can't get along with you. You need to understand that you are very selfish. You need to understand that you are very profane. You need to understand that you are very unpleasant to be around. You need to understand all these things and then work on those things. That is knowledge yourself. Not identifying only your strengths, but also identifying your weaknesses. Okay? That's what you need to work on, woman. Have it all?
When it comes to finding good men, we hear women say things like this.
She wanna know, actually we wanna know, men, where do you guys hang out? Where do you go?
That's none of your business.
And don't just say, oh, we go to the gym. We go to the gym too. Where else do you go?
Y'all like to eat because I like to eat.
In fact, I know you do.
A girl like to eat, and I don't be seeing y'all at the few places that I be at.
Yes, I'm avoiding her.
They don't have hobbies. They don't go out and eat. What do you do?
If I had it my way, I want a man that loves me, cherishes me, values me, but they have to know my value in order to value me. They have to know my worth, and they can only know my worth if I know my worth. I want them to respect me, but I want fun times. I want fun times. I want laughs. I want laughs more than anything.
Yes, that's your answer. That's your answer to everything. But more times than not, modern women actually go after men like this.
Bad boys are very charming, extremely charming, and they know women inside and out. It's always the bad guys that be knowing exactly how to talk to you and exactly how to move with you.
Why do girls like bad boys?
Because we think we can fix them.
Literally.
I like a good project, a little DIY.
A little DIY action?
Yeah.
Because I need help.
Because they break their hearts, and girls like the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, you're not too bright, are you?
It's because they have that rebel side that we kind of crave when we're not ready to settle down.
So you like bad boys when you're not ready to settle down?
Right, you can have a good guy that want to do you right, that want to be exclusive, that tells you you're beautiful, that goes above and beyond for you, that is consistent, that does all these great things for you, but you don't want that one. You want the one that gives you heartache, headaches, and a hard time.
You know me so well.
But the real reason why women can't find good men is because they can't choose the right man. What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. I don't know if this is a surprise, but most women can't choose the right man. When they come across the men that they say they want, we often see that they don't want these men, or they mess it up with these men. Or they mess it up with these men for the dumbest reasons.
See someone that's your type? No.
Okay, and why not?
Height?
And what the hell is your problem?
Mainly. That might be an issue.
Too short?
You have the same height.
What? I'm 6 foot. That's not true.
How tall are you? 5 feet, but in these heels, I feel like I'm getting a little bit taller.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
I'm 6 foot. Alright. Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
My name is Kesonga. I'm 22. I'm in law school.
Law school? How old are you?
22.
Okay.
Not gonna cap. I don't even know how to pronounce your name.
That's why you talk, because you don't know how to pronounce my name.
So if we have it set, I'm trying to say your name. I'm already I'll be mad.
She belongs to the streets.
That's the main reason his name.
No, that forehead too. No cap.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
What do you mean aesthetic? And Moses, what do you do?
I am an aerospace engineer, COO, and co-founder of my own fitness tech startup that I'm building called FitKO.
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I really enjoy kindness.
Aww, it's so nice. Just not physically attractive. Well, you're very handsome, but
I'm holding on to that compliment for at least 10 years.
I'm a cake decorator. And why did you end up popping your balloon? It's just the overall aesthetic. I just don't feel like it matched my vibe.
Right.
So that's just it.
Oh, I'm lactose intolerant, so we couldn't get along.
I love all your attributes, but just for my type, the aesthetic. Yeah. It's just not for me. I like the aesthetic. I like the shirt. I like how you put it all together, but I don't.
Flat shoes.
That might be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wear high heels.
Please. Your name and age?
Braylon, I'm 37.
Okay. And Braylon, why did you pop your balloon?
Initially, I thought the shoe was beautiful, but too much weave.
Oh my God!
Toes hanging off the shoes for me. The toe was like she gripping the side of the shoe.
Thinking if you were in my bed or something, and I turned the fan on, you would fly across my room, because you're really skinny.
205 pounds, by the way.
I told another dude, hey, you'll find love somewhere, it just ain't here. Didn't even have to say that. Now, I know some of y'all are distracted by the yams right now. What's the yams? The yams are the power that beat, but I wasn't. Cut no business. What is the toes? All of her toes are touching the floor right now. Don't laugh! Shoot, half her foot is on the floor. That thick old foot slid down that hill like a mudslide. It's a damn shame.
My name is Andrew. I'm 21. I live in Atlanta, yeah.
Tell me like about yourself. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so I do day trading, and then I'm also in real estate as well. So I do multifamily syndication.
Okay, period. How do you?
I'm 21. Yeah, what do you? How old are you?
That's bullshit.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Are you popping?
I want to stay in the game, but I don't know. You cool though.
And at this point, I was visibly frustrated. I don't want this one. I don't want. Send another one, please. I promise I'm not being ungrateful. I promise.
At Vistaprint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close.
K-12 education looks different than it once did. Students deserve a safe, nurturing environment where they can...
I have had 2 guys go from trying to talk to me to talking to my mother.
Come with me as I try a singles event in Sydney.
Live from the Parkhouse bathroom, we're going to a speed dating event.
This video is for all the single men that live in Chicago, and we have almost 100 people RSVP'd. But we're looking for more male attendees.
Is anybody else like insatiably lonely all the time? Let's talk about becoming unexpectedly single in your 30s.
Last night I did speed dating in Santa Monica, and I actually didn't get any guys' phone numbers at the end of the night.
If you don't have a man, clap your hands. If you don't have a man, clap your hands. If you're single and alone, watch your movies at home. Like me. If you don't have a man, clap your hands.
Men are now at a point to where they're walking away and they don't mind being alone. Y'all have messed it up. Women, a lot of us have messed it up.
I'm going to be 31 in a couple months. I am so single. I have no prospects for a husband. I mean, you guys know I've never had a boyfriend. I don't even have an ex I can pop back over to and be like, hi, would you like to marry?
How are you 30, 31 years old and never had a boyfriend in your life? See, the truth of the matter is, she friends on a lot of guys. She has crazy expectations. She's a below average looking chick. You can tell she's about 300 pounds easily.
I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as The Truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
So I went to a singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like, I'm gonna go now.
There was a study called from the Pew Center Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date. Men said they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men.
I think they're cheap.
Yeah, they just ain't got no money.
They don't have money. Which you should get your money up before you start dating.
Here we go with the shaming tactics. Men are cheap. They don't got no money. Like, why do men have to have money in order to be around you? Why? It's pointless. That's tricking. That's all that is. All these women want is a free handout. Dating is fun for women. It's an interview and a pain for men. This is why men don't want to do it. Men don't want to pay their hard-earned money to a random chick just for them to say, oh, I don't want to do it. You're not good enough. I'm not feeling a spark. I don't feel a connection, and then ghosting them. Why would a man want to continue to put up with that torture?
So it is cheaper to sit home and beat your meat, right, than actually go out and find actual women to hang out with.
That's a sad reality.
I disagree.
What is it with men these days and not wanting to date?
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a Fishing for Love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days.
Dude, something is wrong with you!
My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now for the forest and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board. either on the plane or like on my.
What is the goal of just getting ran through by countless dudes? Why? I'm telling you, these chicks don't have a father in their life. So they seek it from all other men. They seek validation and attention and approval from random dudes.
I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out.
Part 2 of why men don't come to brunches.
That I got of angry black men dogging us out so bad, saying how we want y'all to pay for stuff and just the lies. If I'm inviting you to a brunch, that means me and my girls already got our tickets and our tables. What do we need your stuff for? What's that little money gonna do? Majority of the women making more money anyway. So why would I care for that? All I said was, we want to hang with y'all. Why I can't say we want to hang with the black men? Why can't the black men come enjoy a brunch with us and chill and just eat and have a good time? You be home by 6 and watch the game. Why would y'all rather choose being with all men?
You know why? Because our friends, our homeboys, our buddies, they don't criticize us. They don't put us down. They don't talk about how terrible men are and all this other crap. And here's the thing, these women, only thing they want you to do is come to these brunches, and they do want you to pay. Now, you might not pay at the first brunch, but they'll invite you to something else and you'll pay then. Eventually, you're going to be paying for something for a woman. This is what they see us at. They see us as walking ATMs. A lot of these chicks, that we get the impression that, for the most part, women don't like us. That a whole species just dislikes men, and they want to be with a bear. Call the bear to go to the brunch. Why don't you do that? These women just want attention, and when they see men tap out and say, you know what, I ain't going to no brunch, I ain't going to no singles events, I ain't doing none of that. Now these women panic. Now they're frustrated because they're not getting the attention from us anymore. Hold the line, guys.
I never seen a world where men be so thirsty to just be with men and not women. And complain when women invite y'all to something. We just want to have a good time with y'all. Why y'all so mad at us?
She also says, I tried to lure more men in with barbecue and burn-ins. Why weren't beautiful, dressed up women enough? You know why it's not enough? Because men are tired. Even a woman who's attractive or dressed up and got the makeup on, men are like, man, it ain't even worth it. Men are choosing peace of mind over a headache and a bill. This is the truth. For all you ladies that's listening, this is the truth. Men are just tired. I don't think women think men get tired of dealing with them.
No.
The emotional trauma and the garbage and being a human doing and walking ATM. Men are tired.
Right.
We're not just robots when we don't have any feelings or emotions. We get burnt out too. A lot of guys are like, man, when they see events like this, they're like, man, I already know that I'm going to go there, I'm going to get judged. I already know women going to be on some garbage. I already know women going to be standoffish. They think I got to approach them all the time. Men see women as a CrossFit competition. You got to jump through this hoop. You got to climb this. You got to do this. And at the end, I can probably get some box. I can probably get some bedroom mat.
We just left the event. So I think we were just saying that we think that we've actually hit rock bottom. No, it was actually. We think we've actually hit rock bottom, and I think we were either pumped.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Women are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their minds.
And do you ever wonder what women really want from you?
If you're a man and you're not protecting and providing for your female, what is it exactly that you're doing for her? Because if your answer is loving her, I'm sorry, but she can love herself.
Let's hear another take.
The guy just telling me this just the other day. My relationship's horrible and I'm such a great provider. Yeah, but all you're doing is providing stuff. She's not wanting you to provide stuff. Although she does like that. She's wanting you to provide you. She wants you. She needs you. She wants you to secure her in that relationship. Not your job, not the toys, her.
So, which is it? Because I'm pretty sure that men are being told constantly by women that their worth is based on what they're providing, how much money they're making. If you want them to give you more emotionally, then we have to make it safe for them to do so, and not giving them these mixed messages, because it's really confusing.
Men don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college-educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
Fellas, did I get married?
So in a few seconds, you realize why a lot of women are single. So when you look at yourself, what would you say you need to improve when you're dealing with the opposite gender?
Nothing. Shit, I don't think there's any flaws. I don't really have any flaws. What I need to improve?
Yes.
Probably his timing.
Your timing or his timing?
His timing.
It's about you though.
Oh,
you need to. Yeah, what do you need to improve?
I don't know.
You see how she jumped straight to you?
That's why women get burnt out and you're no longer happy in your relationship because you're coming home and a man is sitting on the couch because he's tired from work and you're making sure you're catering to him.
So what? So what? So what?
I don't understand. Where is the value in that?
Fellas, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Are you delusional?
The modern day woman, right there. I'm gonna go to work like you. Then you want me to cook, clean. So what? Yes, you're gonna cook, clean, do this and do that. Guess what? He taking the trash out, he fixing the house, he making sure this. But we have different duties, functions, and responsibilities. My wife don't want my duties, and I don't want hers. We have different responsibilities. Just because I can see you cook the food and you can't see me clean the gutters, you don't even care about that stuff, but it still need to be done. Men have different responsibilities. So all this, I cook and I clean, and like, yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when
that's
your
what
car need an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities.
Viral attention for sharing her regrets about ditching the idea of marriage and family. Now, her article in Business Insider reads, quote, I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity. That woman's name is Melissa Persling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
Katrina, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, I'm going to go deep here. So I have a lot of opinion on this, and I really think that feminism in some ways has really sabotaged women's happiness. And the reason I believe that is because we are asked to do all these different things, right? But then our nervous system goes whack. Like I know for myself, I'm in work mode and then mother mode and then family mode, right? And so your system just completely goes out of whack, which is why I truly believe, and I found this quote and I thought it was so telling, is that the divine feminine is the rawest, wildest, and most honest mirror a man will ever encounter. The awakened man opens his heart and goes to battle. He will tame his dragons and face his deepest shadows, since he knows that deep within, her heart will guide him home. And I think that there is a beautiful balance between the feminine and the masculine energy.
Introducing our Invisible transparent waterproof sealant.
Let's get to this Kendra G video. So this woman, she's gonna
It's funny because she contradicts herself. And this video shows that Kendra G has finally come to grips with a particular dating dynamic that she thought men were curating. And now she understands that women are the ones that are operating under this relationship dynamic. It's hilarious for her to watch, to see this unfold. So here we go.
Liars. That lying thing is so critical to me. Not being smart is great. Like if I can't have a conversation with you, then we're not gonna go any further. Also somebody who does that big girl fetish thing, because like I'm a big girl, but don't fetishize me. Like I'm a human being, and it's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay, so that's the first point that I wanted you guys to notice, and we just did the video where I was explaining to women, and I pray that women are in the comment section watching this, because sometimes if it's coming from a black man, you guys may think that I'm lying or I'm just trying to punch down or something like that. But I like showing these types of videos where the women who are in this situation can explain it for themselves. And we covered this topic a couple of times. But I don't think our women still understand that there's a different level of dating that obese women get and women in shape get. I'm not saying it guarantees you marriage if you're in shape. However, men approach you differently. And like she said, most men see big girls as fetishes. There is a small percentage of men who actually prefer bigger women. A small percentage. So why would you want to limit yourself, ladies? And she's going to go further. Watch, hold on. This is a good video. Here we go.
Into every day.
So you don't like, so this word, okay, so you want a guy that will like you and doesn't mind that you're big,
right?
But you don't want a guy that
only wants to have sex with big girls. It's men out there that are just like, I want to have sex with you because I can be rough, I can go hard, I can do all of this, and I don't want to say too much here, right? But it's a thing. We run into it. Big girls, shout out if y'all hear me right now. Big girls are getting it where they like, the men are like, yeah, I want to do this to you in private, but outside I'm gonna date the skinny one over there, or the cute one, the IG model over there. It's hard out here.
Ladies, if you're bigger, I'm pretty sure that this is what you're facing. Yeah, what they call it, you know what I'm saying, the 2 a.m. booty call. They call the big girl up after they done got to the club and struck out trying to get the girls that they actually prefer, and then they know they can call you at 2 a.m. Hey, you up? And the bigger girl's gonna be like, yeah, I'm up, and he gonna slide through, get him a little bit, maybe stay and get some breakfast that you gonna cook for him, and then he leaves. And you start to notice a trend, like, man, why the hell this dude only called me in the late night? Why the hell he ain't never asked me out on a date? It's because of the fact that most men don't see bigger women as their preference. However, when we go to the friend zone dynamic, women get put in the sex zone dynamic, and that's what bigger girls are placed into.
Just like if we the girl and go, hey, listen, I'm gonna you but go to the movies with somebody else. Reverse it. Women go, I'm gonna go to the movies with you and somebody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Men will have sex with you, and in today's dating market, a lot of bigger women will assume then that means that I'm on a particular level because I was able to have the sex with this type of guy. But no, the game ain't changed. It stayed the same for men. The only thing that has changed is a big girl's expectations. Because we have social media, and we can have girls like the chick Gabby Faye that always goes viral for saying how much she wants from a man on the dating market.
Here are some things I expect a man to pay for while I'm dating him or we're in a relationship. All dates. You gotta be able to afford my nails to be done. I do not pay for my transportation to these dates. You must get my Uber. That is just the standard. You got my wax, right? You got my wax. But eventually, you're gonna have to pay my rent. Like, girls got bills to pay, and I am too feminine to, like, pay for myself. So, I mean, I do that now, but, like, if I'm with you, why would I pay for my own bills? Oh, no.
And everybody always laughs and uses it as comedy, but she's dead serious. Because of the fact that she's probably able to have sex with particular guys, but they never take her serious. But let her tell it, she's like getting wine and dine. But none of these guys are nowhere to be found. So y'all need to pay attention to this, ladies.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So they want to have sex, but they don't want to take you out in public.
Yeah, I mean, I run into it a lot where it's like, oh, let's chill at my place. And it's like, no, I have my own place to chill at. I'm good here. Like, if you want to date me for real. And then when we get in the bedroom, I'll take care of that.
Oh, I said facts. Facts, okay. All right, facts.
Did you guys know that UMGC tuition is low cost and you pay $0?
Oh my God. Oh, it gets even better.
It's always so funny to me when men think they're eating. Anytime women say anything about negative about a man, y'all call it daddy issues. But wouldn't that mean that it's still a man's fault? Like, how you gonna blame me for having a lame ass father? That mean that's a lame man. Like,
I'm not dating a man that does not come from a two-parent household. I don't care what race you are.
You came from a two-parent household?
No, but I'm gonna explain to you why. There's a big difference with the man who was raised with his mother and father versus a man who was just raised with his mother. And I had the pleasure of marrying a guy who was raised by his mom, and I dated seriously a guy who was raised by both parents. It's a big difference. And coming from a household where I was raised by my mom, as a grown woman, I'm telling you, it's a difference.
I do agree that there is a difference, but I can't necessarily say that I'm only going to deal with men who came from a two-parent household, because I didn't come from a two-parent household. So I can't put judgment on another person and say that's what you have to have. But have you worked, and do you acknowledge that because you didn't have that you do have some deficiencies?
Yeah,
I know as a woman I have some deficiencies, and it took me a while to know that. But I realized that I do have some deficiencies, and of course, like he stated, it's a constant work in progress.
Right.
I have to check myself when dating a man and he says a certain thing, he's like, I don't like that you did that. I have to then check myself and say, you know what, I'm sorry.
I put these two videos back to back because I kind of have the same commentary for both. You know, with the woman who came from a single parent household and is saying I wouldn't date someone who also came from a single parent household, I kind of get what she's saying. And then the woman who's saying, well, I came from a single parent household, so I can't say that, but I would require my partner to have worked on their deficiencies. I also understand where she's coming from. You see, the problem isn't coming from two-parent households, or coming from a single-parent household, I should say. The problem is, like this woman said, the deficiencies that come with that. And there are a lot of people who haven't worked on that. So the lady in the first clip, when men are saying daddy issues, they're saying you need to work on your daddy issues. It's not your fault that you have daddy issues, but you have to work on that. Because like I always say, we don't get to choose our parents. We don't get to choose the circumstances in which we grew up in.
Right.
But as we become adults, we have to do some self-reflection and look at our flaws and work on them. And there are a lot of people who don't. But generally speaking, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman and you grow up in a single parent household, you're going to have flaws. So for the lady saying, I don't want to deal with that, as a general blanket statement, I don't think it's a bad standard to have. But again, I also agree with the second woman.
We had hundreds of people join the USCCA yesterday.
Oh my goodness. These commercials. Anyway, let's go back to the... Now, check this one out.
What's good, Lifestyle Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, I'm convinced a lot of these older women nowadays ain't worth a damn. I'm convinced. And if you don't believe me, check this hot mess out. I don't know what the hell going on with these older women nowadays, but something need to be done about y'all, cause the crazy shit y'all be doing, boy, I could listen to this.
Hello, Kendra. What's your name,
old y'all think this woman is? Just answer the comment down. Pause this shit. Time stamp
25, 30.
and tell me how old you think this woman is.
She about 25 or 30.
Because something tells me this woman ain't as young as we think she is. And I'm not saying that because I have already looked at the video, because I have not. But something's telling me this woman is in her late 40s by the look on her face and her skin.
I work with it. It's just my light is bright. Okay, yeah, this is good.
Okay. Well, I called before last week. I was on the show with the co-host, and I was like, I always try to get on the show, and she never picks me. And so I got on again, second time. This is so amazing.
Okay, well, I would say this. Don't take it personal if I don't pick you, because I don't know who the hell I'm picking. I just pick the random people that's in the selection. But you're here now. You ready to do it, honey?
Yeah.
Just gotta get situated for me.
I'm trying to just put the phone up so I'm not moving it around.
They want to know where you on with Zach or Tone?
I don't know his name.
Was he light skin or dark skin? Okay, it was Tone. Okay. All right. Well, let's take it from the top. What's your name, love?
Rakia.
Rakia, where you calling me from?
I'm in Baltimore, but I'm from New York originally.
Baltimore? You live in Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 47. I almost said 37.
Okay, 47.
Still 37.
What's the zodiac sign?
I'm an
As soon as she said Baltimore and she said 47, I automatically knew this was going to be a red flag. Baltimore, Maryland? Ain't that where fucking Krishan Rock from? And these are the older women that come out of Baltimore? Oh my God, what the fuck?
Aries.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because when you trade in, you're
Aries.
Aries. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay. And what do you do for a living, Rakia?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay. Truck driver by far. Truck driver and entrepreneur are my two most popular professions.
But I just rather say my main job. I'm a school bus driver though, because I'm tired. I don't want to be on the road.
You don't want to be on the road. Okay. So we got Rakia, Baltimore, 47. No kids.
How much you want to bet she was driving the manuals? Now you know the women that drive the manual trucks they got some strong arms. God damn. Oh shit. You know them one that drive the manuals. You know they got some strong arms. God damn. Oh, I need to chill.
Never married as a truck driver. What kind of man you looking for, Mama?
I'm looking for someone honest, caring, someone outgoing. I'm outdoorsy, so I like outdoor activities. Someone who doesn't mind the beach and the sun, because I love the sun. And someone ambitious. It's a lot. We can keep going though. It's so much.
This is your moment. Tell me what you want, honey.
Someone who's ambitious. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I'm trying to open another store. I had a store before, so I want to open up another boutique. So I want somebody that's like-minded, that likes to.
So you had a boutique before and it failed. Now you want to open up another boutique. But you know what? I'm not gonna down her because financially I don't know how much she has. If she's a truck driver, now she's been living below her means. I can pretty much bet that she probably has at least a good chunk of change in the bank. So I don't know. So I can't necessarily say it might fail or might succeed. So that's not going to be my place. But the fact of the matter is that the way she's talking, it sounds like she's a damn teenager. Arrested Development. And that alone, that voice alone, the way she sounds and acting, that alone would turn the man off. That's actually worth something.
Get money beside the money with the regular job, you know?
Okay. What I mean that wants to get money besides the regular job, okay?
Yeah. One who wants to get their own money, create their own business, and, you know, things like that.
Okay.
Leader.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
But my question is this to her. If you want a man like that, then why would that man choose you? And it's not like me trying to be an asshole, it's an honest question. Why would this man choose a 47-year-old woman that sounds like she has Arrested Development? And I was reading the comments before, and I'll read them at the end of the video, but when I was reading the comments below, some of those comments kind of was like, okay.
Liars, cheaters, abusive men, a man that's just content with whatever. If you mean like they can just settle for the less, a man that settles for less.
I mean, that settles for less.
Yeah, like for less, meaning like, oh, okay, I got this job. It pays $20 an hour. I'm good. I don't want somebody who's not looking, trying to get more in life.
Okay, you want an ambitious man. You're 47. What's the age range you want to date?
I'm gonna say 47 to 57.
47 to 57. Okay.
Well, I'll take 60, but he gotta be up. He gotta be moving. He gotta be not like a 60-year-old that just want to sit in the house all day.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I like tall men, but I mean, I like tall, dark, and handsome. Normally, that's what I date, but
normally that's what you get your back blued out by. Let's not say that's normally who you date. That's who you normally get your back blown out by. And now you're on a damn dating show, and you're claiming that those type of men are the ones that you date, 6 feet tall, 6 figures. Now you over here talking about that's the ones that you date. Now you're on this damn dating show actually looking for a man. How does that shit make sense to y'all? Like, seriously.
He doesn't have to be tall. If his personality is not good, I can overlook that. Okay. Yeah.
For too long, canned tuna has been this soggy, smelly slop associated.
Oh my goodness, these people, I tell you, woo! I mean, this just gets more interesting and interesting with these videos, man. And shout out to all these content creators, man. It's just crazy.
I need to talk to y'all about something. I recently went to an event and there were about 1,000 people there. And of the couples that were there, about 95% of them were black men with non-black women. The person leading the event was a black man that was married to a white woman. I'd be lying if I said that seeing all of this at the same time was not triggering. This is pretty much what the dating scene looks like overall in LA. Here are 4 other observations that I picked up on since moving to LA. 1, it's not equal. It's not like I'm seeing a bunch of black women dating outside their race. In fact, I'm barely seeing black women dating at all. 2, it's gotten so bad that at this point, whenever I do see a black man that's single, the first thing that I'm asking myself is, I wonder if he dates black women. 3, within the past couple months, I've had conversations with multiple black women that actually want to leave LA. Not because of the economy, not because they aren't flourishing in their careers, but simply because they feel like there's no love for them in LA. The fact that I know so many beautiful, talented, compassionate, evolved
black women that are all feeling the same way makes no sense to me. And lastly, when you don't see yourself reflected in a space, you feel like you don't exist. As a black woman myself, I can tell you honestly, when it comes to the romantic space, I have never felt more invisible than I do living in LA.
I actually went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with the LA dating scene, and it seems like this is actually a trend. Black men dating outside their race. And the question that I would ask a black woman is this, and I would ask black woman like herself, who's a little bit older. When did you realize relationships were important? Like, when did you realize a relationship was important to you? Because what you find in the black community is black men value relationships more than black women. Black men value family more than black women. And, you know, that's something that's systemic. We understand this. But because of this reality, what you see is, especially with the younger black men, they go to date other races more because those women from other races are you when you're 30. They have your mindset at 23 that you have at 30. They want to settle down. They want a relationship. They want to build a family at 23. Whilst you are ready to do that when you're 33. So you're missing out. Black men dating outside their race, it isn't a coincidence. It has nothing, I can't say nothing, but it has little, in my opinion, to do with self-hate and everything to do with the dynamic within the black community, which is completely different to every other community.
I didn't have to leave the house to make money.
You see, every month, county governments send me a check like this one.
I wish I would have known this.
Let me stop it right here. This has been really one interesting video. Shout out to all the content creators who made this video covering this topic. These women, oh my goodness, whatever occupation as a man, hope this sound clear. What occupation as a man, they really ruin it for themselves. I mentioned this years ago that your mouth is your own destruction. Your actions is your own destruction. That's why they can't get a man. And you see women in different age brackets, and those women that get the attitude at 25, 30, look at the older women in their 40s, and they still single. And there have been women that come on Kendrick G shows in their 50s and their 60s, and they still haven't found a man. What is the problem? Is that they expect so much. See, at one time, women, not just black women, but women at some point in life value relationships in America. They understand what the man's role is. They respect what the man's role is. It wasn't all this high expectation. And that was probably back during our grandparents and grandparents' times. But now, we live in a time where women don't want to do that no more. So they got too strong, too opinionated, got too self-centered, and it's all about self. And they don't want to decide. They don't want to follow the way of the traditional family no more. They want to reverse. And so the enemy caused this. And so he shows them a delusion, a vision on TV on this is what a strong independent woman. And now a man, in order for me to understand, and even if a man meeting to that income requirement, you still give him a hard time because you're so strong and independent. And he has not yet. It's a constant battle. It's just that's one reason. Another reason why is that sometimes that's not the person. Men and women are not meeting the right person as far as soulmate. And the first thing I'm gonna say is, and one of the last things I'm gonna say is this: if you don't have a foundation of love, and what's the society lost? And the reason why and I don't mean to sound preachy, but if you don't have the Lord God, Jesus Christ, the Heavenly Father, which is the foundation of love, which is the foundation of husband and wife, which is the foundation of family, if you go outside of it, it's not going to. If you go outside of that tradition of God, Jesus, husband, wife, children, it's rebellion. And the men are getting frustrated because the women are losing some sense of unawareness of what it is. And that's why they're only hurting themselves, and by their free will and by their way of their thinking. That's why they're not getting married. That's why they're not even getting courted and getting dated, because it's their own actions. It comes back to them and the way it's the society. And I'm going to show in this next video, this man just broke it down, that there are literally numerous of men that are getting tired of the foolishness. Not just here, but even over in England and other places, or Western countries. They're getting fed up with this rebellion. And then I seen over in China, the men, there are a group of women, and I saw in his video, he's called Legion of Men, or something like Legion. There are single women, Asian women, in China. There is a high-rise of single Asian women past the age of 25. And they are called the leftover women. And I said, wow, none of these men don't want to deal with this. This is in China. So what's taking place in England is taking place in China, is taking place in America. But yet these other women who have not fallen for that are getting the husbands. The other women in other nations are understanding what relationships is here. Understand what a husband wrote, and willing to understand why God designed the way he did. But these other women, no. And it's their ego that's hurting them, their pride. And it's up under Satan. That's in a nutshell. And it's their choose. And when men and some women try to talk some sense into them, they don't want to listen. Because that is another spirit that took over and say, yeah, you're strong, you're independent, you're educated, you make good 6 figures, and it has to meet all these different criteria. But I say to these women, your grandfather didn't meet that criteria when you met your grandmother, your grandaunts. Why all of a sudden you are? Does that make your grandmother a slave, your grandaunts a slave for loving their husbands and cooking for them and doing the things husband? You see what I'm saying? This is your family. And some of us in Gen X's and some millennials, we seen this with our grandparents. This is what we seen. But some of your baby boomers, Gen Xers and millennials, they think now it's slavery. Look at the mindsets changing. So therefore the family's breaking up. Therefore no children are going to probably be born because of this. They don't understand the concept of family and relationship. So what is the men going to do? And that's why men are trying to find other women around the world that haven't picked up this mindset. And so it's leaving. It's almost like leaving these women ashamed. And now they don't know what to do. But watch on this next video, because it's come back to bite them in the butt. And it's because they're willing, their choice. So you been into the narrative. Raw, female. Now you have pushed your potential mate, what God designed for you away. And women need to take accountable. And they won't take accountability. They want to throw it on the men. But they don't want to take accountability. So they're paying the price. At the end of the day, it comes back to you. And when Kamala Harris come in, it's going to get worse, guys. Get your passport, get up out of here. Take care, be blessed.